Hello everybody, it's Maikito. We're back with another video. There was no games the last 2 days. I did mention in the last video that the top 5 leagues European season is over. There is a Conference League game for this video, and then there's also the Champions League final, which is on Saturday. But other than that, the season's over. When it comes to me posting, I mentioned in the last video, but I'll mention it again in case you missed it. I will pretty much be posting when it comes to soccer 2 times a week, and that is for soccer. When it comes to those games, they have games pretty much every single Wednesdays and Saturdays, so expect at least a Tuesday and a Friday video. And then I am experimenting with WNBA. I'm making my own slips, making my own plays, at least for the next couple of days, just to see what the hit rates are on those. And if I like what I'm seeing, I'll probably start making those as well if you're interested in that. If you are interested in that and want to see those videos, comment down below and let me know what you guys think about me doing that. But again, still not sure about those. Want to see about the hit rate of what I'm hitting them on those, and then your guys' opinions on that. But we have a big MLS slate. If I do have any added plays, as always, they will be in the pinned comment either later today, but more than likely tomorrow when more lines and lineups in general are out. But I'll just get straight into the plays. The first player prop is Alexei Miranchuk to go higher than 1.5 shots assisted at home for Atlanta United, going up against Orlando. He's a pass-first type of player. He's a player that when he's up and attacking, he's much more likely to make a pass as opposed to shooting, which is good for us. He's averaged exactly 2 shots assisted per 90 so far this season, which is what we need him to get. And he actually averages more at home. He's gone over in 6 out of 8 starts at home so far this season. That's 75% hit rate. And in one of the games you see on the screen, it says he hasn't hit in 3 times, not 2 times. That's because one of those times he actually didn't start. He came off the bench. He only played 23 minutes and got 1 in those 23 minutes. So he would have got 2, we wouldn't gone over in that mark. And he's playing Orlando, who allowed the 14th most to opponents at 9.3. Keep in mind, in the MLS, there's 30 total teams, so they're about an average team defensive-wise. But if you look at their shots, Orlando go from allowing 10.5 at home, which is good, down to 15.7 away, which is what they're playing. So there's a big difference in their defensive gap when they've played at home compared to away, which is good for us. He plays a lot of long balls. He does around 4 long balls per 90. He completes around 50% of those. He takes their set pieces, which is shot assisted opportunities as well, and he will lay it off, which is easy long shots or shots in general for his teammates, which obviously means shots assisted for him. He's played them 3 times in his career so far. All of them were away from home, where he averages less. He went over in 1 of those 3, so he averages 1 against them. But again, all 3 of those games were away from home. Now he's at home, where he does more, which is what I like. And last season, he didn't play the full season. He was a mid-season pickup. He went over in 4 out of 5 games. That's an 80% hit rate at home last season. And in general, 86% hit rate last season, 12 out of 6. He has a good hit rate. He has a pretty decent matchup, and he's at home. I like to play Alexei Miranchuk to go higher than 1.5 shots assisted. The next player prop that I have so far is Luis Suarez to go higher than 0.5 shots on target at home against Miami, going up against Montreal. When I first saw this line, I was like, looks like a steal. I wonder why they're not having it like that. And that's because this season so far, he hasn't shot as much as he did last season, but he's averaged 0.53 shots on target per 90, so around half of the games. But he also shoots more at home. He's gone over in 3 out of 6 games so far at home. Has a 50% hit rate, but if you look at the games that he went under in, he went under against Philadelphia, the 2nd best defense so far when it comes to shots on target. New York City FC, the 10th least shots on target, and Charlotte, who actually allowed the most so far, but Inter Miami were a man down very early on, so he didn't have the opportunities that he usually would get. But now he has a great matchup against Montreal, who on average allowed the 5th most shots on target to opponents at 5.3. And he's a player that when he started at home, he went over in all but 1 game last season. 14 out of 15 games that he started at home last season, he hit this prop, 93% hit rate. And Montreal don't play possession, which means more opportunities for him. They're weak at defending through balls. He'll be getting passes from players like Busquets, Jordi Alba, and from Messi as well. And they're weak on long shots, and he is a long shot taker. He's 33% of the shots he's taken have been from outside the box, 14 from inside, 7 from outside, and he's versatile as well. He's taken 11 with his right, 7 with his left, and 3 headers, so he's willing to shoot from anywhere. So I just think this is a steal and a good matchup at home. I like this. Luis Suarez to go hard in 0.5 shots on target. And then the last player prop that I have so far for the video is Daniel Gazdag to go hard in 0.5 tackles at home for Columbus, going up against Nashville. He's averaged around 1.35 tackles per 90. tackles don't have to be completed. He just has to attempt one. And he's attempted on average about 1.35 per 90, which is good for us. Last season, when he played in Philadelphia, he played as an attacking midfielder. Now he plays as a left mid, which is automatically more defensive responsibilities for him in general. And Nashville allowed the 14th most tackles to opponents. And he has good history against them. He played them 5 times so far. When he played, he hasn't played against them with Columbus, but when he played in Philadelphia, he played against them 5 times and went over in 4 of those 5 games. And now again, he's in a more defensive position. And Nashville, on general, attack down the wings, but more often than not, they attack down the right side of the pitch. He plays on the left, so they're going to be attacking down his side, which means he's going to have plenty of opportunities to get those tackles. He's gone over in 5 out of 6 games at home so far this season. That's an 83% hit rate. So I just like the line, like the matchup, like that he's playing more defensive because the team is done well against, and they're going to be attacking down his side. I don't see him not getting at least 1. So like Daniel Gazdag to a higher than 0.5 tackles. Before I get into the money line plays, as always, I would really appreciate if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It helps boost the video out to more people. I try to post whenever I can. This video is a little late because I did have work, but I've always said late video is better than no video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And also do let people know when the video goes out to the public in my Discord, which is completely free as well. It is not a premium. It is a good community that I'm trying to build over there where you can put your plays, see other people's plays, talk about plays, talk during the games, and not just about soccer, but other sports as well. WNBA, even CSGO, all that. Good community, again, that I'm trying to build in the description. So more than welcome to join there. And I do mention publicly because if you are interested, the only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership for those that want to just, 1, support the channel more, or just a little more, and 2, you get the picks and the video before everybody else. So if you're not a member, those that are already got all these picks and this video before everybody else. And again, it's a good way to support the channel. So if you're interested in that, link for that is in the description. And all my links for everything, whether it's Outlier, which is a data app that I use, which is the pages that you see on the screen, or all my player prop or moneyline apps that I use, linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. My first moneyline play, I got this lit for plus 106, and the first play is Philadelphia to win or draw going up against Toronto. Honestly, for plus money, I actually just like them to win in general, so you could take that if you want to, but I'm taking them to not lose just to play more safer, so I just don't see them losing this game, first of all. But Toronto's home offense at home has been horrible. They have only scored 4 goals in 8 games, and they have only won 1 game at home of those 8. And Bernadeschi, who is one of, if not their best attacker, will be out due to suspension. And he's had 7 goals and assists from Toronto's total 17. So almost half of their goals that they've had, that Bernadeschi has contributed to, and now he's out. And in 5 games without them last season, without Bernadeschi last season, Toronto actually lost all 5 games without him. They were outscored in all those games. They lost 2-0, 3-4, 1-4, 1-3, and 1-0. So, first of all, they already struggled to score without him. Now they're going to struggle even more, and without him, they have lost all 5 games. Now they're playing Philadelphia, who have so far had the best offense in the league so far, scoring 30 goals in 15 games. They've won 4 out of 6 away games so far this season, with the only losses going up against Miami, another great offense, and New York City FC, who's a good defense. But now they're playing the opposite for Toronto, who's been horribly offensively, and they're great at set pieces. Out of their 10 starters, obviously not including the goalkeeper, 9 of them have had a goal or assist, so they can score from anywhere. And Toronto's weak on set pieces, which is good for us, and I just don't see them losing. So I like Philadelphia to win or draw going up against Toronto. And the second play on this slip is Inter Miami to score 2 or more against Montreal. They've yet to win in 4 games straight, and it is a good matchup for Inter Miami to bounce back. Montreal have only scored 5 goals and conceded 13 away from home, and Miami's game in general has never been on defense. It has always been its offense and outscoring their opponent, and they have scored 2 goals or 2 or more in 4 out of 7 so far at home, and in 79% in general at home last season. That's 15 out of 19. Montreal don't play possession. They're weak on through balls, which is what Miami like to play. Weak on counterattacks, which is deadly for them. And they make a lot of mistakes defensively, hence their 13 conceded goals away from home. And Inter Miami play possession. They are aggressive when it comes to stealing the ball, and they're a really clinical team. They converted 40% of the shots on target that they've taken. And with Messi, Suarez, and Alba been playing more as the left mid, I don't see them not scoring 2. It's a good game for them to bounce back. So I like Inter Miami to score 2 against Montreal, and I got this left for plus 106. And for my second money line play, I got this for -132. This is the one slip that I have for the Conference League final, and that's both teams to score in the Real Betis and Chelsea game. First of all, it's two potent attacks. Both teams have scored in 11 straight for Betis, so not only does it show their offense, which is good, but also shows their leaky defense. And Chelsea have scored in the last 9 out of 10 games, and the only game in which they weren't able to score was against Newcastle, but they did get an early red card in that game, so I don't really blame them too much in general. And Betis are out quite a few defensive players like Lo Celso, a midfielder, Llorente, a center back, and Roca, a center defensive midfielder. And Chelsea should be able to score at least once. And when it comes to the Betis side, they have scored in 20 games straight. And the 21st game, which is the one they didn't score in, the only reason why they didn't score is because it took a 7-save performance from their keeper, from the opposing keeper in the game where Betis were projected to score 1.39 goals. So they still have a really good attack, and I see them scoring against Chelsea here as well. Anthony has been a great addition for Betis, who has had 7 goal contributions in 8 Conference League games and 7 in 15 in La Liga. And Chelsea's biggest struggle is against Skillers, and they're going to have trouble defending Anthony's and Isco's playmaking abilities. And also Chelsea, 3 days prior to when this game is supposed to be, which is Wednesday, they also played their full team in the Premier League because they had to try to get to the Champions League, and they had a tough matchup against Forest, and they took an early lead and were defending the whole game. So their team isn't even fully well rested, while Betis were able to sub out their players early in their last La Liga game. So Chelsea is not fully fit defensively as well, but I still see them scoring, and I see Betis scoring as well. So I like this play for -132, and it's both teams to score in the Real Betis and Chelsea game. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. I'm wearing the roll for a reason. We swept the player props. We went 5-0 on those. With the added plays as well, we swept those. We had Eze dribble attempts. He went over on those. We had Yamal undershots assisted. He didn't even get one, which I called that as well. I added Keane to take at least 3 shots. He went over that mark. We had Leno and Ederson goalkeeper combo to get 6 saves in total. That was a bit of a sweat. Came through last minute. That came through. And then we had Hurst under 2.5 shots. He got subbed out. I don't even think he took a shot in general in this game, but we did great with the player props. 5-0 sweeps, so we did good on those. And then money line wise was not as good. It was a 1-3 day. The one that did hit was the Manchester City slip with them to win and Traore shoot. But all the other ones were really, really close. I had 2 slips with 2 legs that went 1 for 2. Tottenham scored, and then the Forest and Chelsea both teams to score. Chelsea did score, but Forest unfortunately didn't. We had the slip where we needed Empoli to score, which they did. And then we had Lazio, but Lazio couldn't come through. And then we had the 3-legged slip that I had added play. We had Atalanta to win the draw, Fiorentina to win the draw, and then Venezia as well. But Venezia could not come through. So we were really close to sweeping the money lines. We were 1 play on each slip away from sweeping, but we still had a great day money line wise. And with the 2-day break, hopefully we can carry on that momentum going into MLS. And I did mention I'm thinking about doing the WNBA, but again, I'm still experimenting on those, seeing what my hit rates are on those, seeing if I want to post those, and want to hear you guys' input as well. So if you're interested in that, please drop a comment below. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.